I feel like you're really good at treating everybody the same with kindness, and like you can be among like the most like somebody that I'm starstruck by, and I'm like, oh my god, you know that person, and you'll be like, yeah, like
I can just,
whatever.
if they're a nice person, then that's who they are. But I do this thing where I go up to someone and I'm like, oh, I did this to Kim Kardashian. And I was like, you look familiar. We've met before. And she was like, in Ballet, and she's like, I don't think so. And then
you're like, oh, I can't put my finger on it. Are you the most famous person on the planet?
Hi, come on in. Welcome to Live Beautifully. I'm Katrina, and we're gonna have a party today. Thank you so much for joining me for my birthday. I am really excited, and I'm excited to spend it with you. I was thinking about a mantra or an affirmation that we can go into this next chapter together with, whether it's today, this week, or the next year for you. And something that I've been reflecting on is the perfect time is now. So the perfect time to do what you want is now. The perfect time to love, find new things that excite you is now. So many of us, look to the future. Like, I will be happy when, I will feel comfortable when, I will finally find joy when, and right now you deserve it. And I feel like life is filled with so many extraordinary things, and we are so lucky to be able to age. And so turning 40 is such a beautiful thing that I think I used to be like afraid of. I mean, I was at my parents' 40th birthday, and that felt like, oh my goodness. And they used to say like, over the hill and things like that. But I feel so refreshed and really grateful and thankful and blessed that we are able to be healthy and have each other as a family, and you and I here. So thank you for joining me today. My neighbor and friend, Aurora, is coming over. And thank you to Flower Truck LA for dropping off these beautiful flowers. Dahlias are my favorite. And Aurora wants to talk to me about astrology, which I've never followed. So I'm very excited to see what she's gonna bring over and what she's gonna say. I'm a Scorpio, I don't know what that means. So here we go. So we're gonna wait for her, and she's on her way. Come on in.
Hey, howdy neighbor.
Hey neighbor.
What's going on here? You like filming something?
Yes.
Oh. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, how old are you?
40.
You're 40, and I can't believe that you are a Scorpio, because Scorpios are kind of like,
wait, why are you?
It's like the witchy sign. Yeah, don't wear heels. How tall are you?
You just came over barefoot.
Yeah. We're at the beach.
I'm 5'6.5". I thought I was 5'7", and then I went to my like 40-year-old like doctor appointment.
Yeah.
We're doing mammogram, colonoscopy, eye doctor appointments, all the things, and they're like, I feel like I'm already shrinking.
Yeah.
I lost half an inch.
You got to start doing Pilates and just stretching yourself in general.
We're making mocktails.
Yeah.
And I thought we could call it like moon mocktails, because since you are an astrologer now.
I'm an amateur astrologer, but I do want to run your chart. I want to try to read your chart. So okay. I need to know what time you were born, where you were born, and your birthday. Do you know what time you were born?
Yes,
and I'll start.
I don't know. Hold on.
This little thing.
I have to call my mom because I don't know what time I was born. Do you want to introduce yourself, or should I introduce you?
Oh, I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm the neighbor. I don't have a name. I just live down the street, come over and make mocktails.
She actually has a TV show, and I was like, can I be like just the neighbor on your show that like always comes in as like a Kramer?
Yeah.
But we're each other's Kramer. Like we just kind of show up at each other's houses.
Yeah.
But we met 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
how did we meet? Oh, we met on Instagram, and it's still up in the air
Yes.
whether I reached out to her or she reached out to me. We both say that the other person was like
well,
fangirling each other.
But then we met at the farmer's market.
Yeah, we met at the farmer's market. Okay,
So
well, I'm going to get started with this mocktail. You're going to call Mama Jane.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to ask her what time you were born, because that actually really matters. It matters
I don't
where the
know.
sun was when
Oh.
you were born. So if you were born at night, like I was born at
Yeah.
midnight, the moon is actually what guides me, because that's where I was rooted when I was born. The moon was rooting me. So like I'm a Pisces moon, so that is like the shadow side of my personality. So I need to know what your moon sign is, what your rising sign is, and what your sun sign is Scorpio. Your sun sign is just like how you show up in the world, how other people perceive you. Your rising sign is your destiny, and it's how you oftentimes grow into your rising sign as you get older. And then your moon sign is like your shadow side. It's the thing that like you feel intrinsically that's guiding you in life. So people think that your sun sign is like the biggest thing, but it's actually just one of many components for your astrological chart. And we're going to find out just the many.
What time I was born?
Yes.
November 4th, 1983. And the hit song that year was Uptown Girl.
We need
She's
to get
a
her.
living in a run-town world.
Wait, really? Kat, that was the song?
That was the hit
That's
song
like
of
an
the year.
ancient song.
I'm ancient.
No, you're not. That song is like vintage.
That was the song of the year. Mom, we're filming. Say hi.
Hi.
Mom,
How are you?
Mom, what time was I born on November 4th?
About 10:30, I think.
PM or AM?
A.M.
AM. Oh, that matters. Okay, here goes.
I don't know any of this stuff. Okay. I love you.
Oh, and you know
Happy-
where you were born?
Happy birthday to you, actually, because you gave birth to me and you did all the work.
I know.
Hi, Dad.
He's like, what about me?
They're filming.
Okay, I love you guys. I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
My phone really wants your name to be
I have a psychic
Latrina.
here. Latrina?
Latrina.
I like that.
Latrina. Isn't a latrine like
Maybe
a
that's
thing? What's a
part of my-
latrine? Is that a word?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a bathroom. A latrine.
Uptown girl.
And
then what was the other
evidently
one?
Billy Joel was still making hits, which is wow. Okay, she said 10:30
Oh.
a.m., right?
Should I just start?
Yeah, just
making
start
it?
mixing. But we need to muddle those, and the ice goes
Oh.
later.
I don't. Wait, the ice goes after?
Yeah,
Um,
that's okay. You can do it that way if you want.
is this a muddler?
Yeah,
Like
muddle
this
them
side?
in. Yes, exactly. Muddle them in there.
Wow. See? You don't even know me.
Okay. You don't know me. Do you know where you were born?
Yeah, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Wow, you're such not a New Hampshire girl to me. Like I feel like you were destined to be a Cali girl.
I feel like I'm so New Hampshire. I was looking at houses on Redfin last night.
You don't have a
Like, do I need to
Subaru.
go
You're not
home?
wearing Tevas.
I love Tevas. My dad
Tevas
still
are
wears
cool.
Tevas too.
Okay, here's your pattern. This is, oh my God, you are romantic and impractical.
I am really
Okay,
impractical.
Katrina's a romantic and often approaches relationships as she hopes they could be. Uh-oh, hope Brian's not listening. She may look for fulfillment in someone else, fantasizing that they'll come along and save her, like me. Coming over here and just saving the mocktail world. Oh my gosh. Do you feel like I feel like you and Brian have such a great relationship. Did you have some like
Yeah.
misses before him? I feel like we all do.
Oh my goodness, yes, but I love them all.
You're like, I will
Well,
name none of them.
So I met Brian when I was 19, and so, you know.
Wow. So that's there's a lot of longevity
I
there.
feel like I've done a good job. I feel like I need to spend.
So you're gonna start a new beginning your new beginning started. You have 15 months left of your new beginning. Do you feel like you're on a new beginning right now? Well, you're starting a new.
Yeah.
You're
Well, here we
turning
are.
40, and you have a new show. This is amazing.
Welcome.
you want me to help you here?
No, I feel like look, and this is your
This is not my recipe, but we are improvising. Okay.
Okay, I am romantic. I like to do romantic things.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you and Brian do like romantic dates?
Yeah. And I like watching my parents grow up. You do watch your parents grow up. While I was also growing up, they always had like candlelit dinners. My parents.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Just the two of them?
Well, I mean, we were there too, but
They're like, kids, you sit over there.
But they went on dates all the time. They still hold hands at dinner. I will insert a picture here. Yeah, when I was just home, they were like holding hands, and like my dad's, I feel like eyes water when he looks at my mom after like a glass of wine.
Cute.
Yeah, it really is sweet. It's adorable.
If that's what happened to me after I drank a glass of wine, this would not be a mocktail. But because that's not how it affects me, we will be drinking non-alcoholic beverages.
I know. Are you still sober? Curious?
I am.
You did sober September.
Sober October. So I did sober August, September, and October.
Stop it.
And I feel good. You know, I just like my sleep is better. You know what it really is? I feel like when you want to start something new, which like I feel like I'm rebuilding and I have like this new chapter, you just want to be the most centered and the most clear. And I feel like when you have a lot of alcohol or any alcohol at all, depending how sensitive you are to it, it like kind of clouds your ability to be present, I think.
I feel like you're probably the most self-aware person I've ever met.
Really?
Yes. And like you're sure of your decisions, which is really good. Like you're like you know when something's
not
good
right.
for you.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I'm an Aries. Aries are really impulsive. I don't feel like Scorpios are like that. You're guided by your emotions. Scorpio's kind of the witchy sign, but I don't think you're like. I don't think you're that witchy.
Bella made a potion on Halloween, and she won't let me dump it. So.
Oh, this looks like what Bella did to my fountain.
Yeah.
In my house.
So there's like bugs. Do you want a little bit? Just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe like my witchy side just got passed down instead.
Yeah. And Bella told my kids about Huggy Wuggy, and you know that I bought them a giant trampoline to put back there. Neither of them will go in the backyard because of Huggy Wuggy.
Yeah, they're scared of Huggy Wuggy.
They're scared of Huggy Wuggy. You have to have Bella come over and tell them that Huggy Wuggy is made up.
Okay, so she watched YouTube. She doesn't watch YouTube anymore because she got afraid of what is this? Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
And now we don't do that anymore, but yeah, that's what happens.
She watches YouTube and they tell her about Huggy Wuggy?
I wasn't monitoring this one episode, and then this is what happens. So then now we're not doing YouTube because I feel like she was also scared.
Yeah, Remy is terrified of Huggy Wuggy, and I'm like, his name is Huggy Wuggy. How scary can he be? Scorpios get along really well with Cancers, which is Brian. It does not say that you get along very well. It doesn't say, let me see. I'm not one of your top partner choices as an Aries, but let's see. Oh, friendship, epic.
Yeah.
Romance. Let's see what powerful romance. Maybe I do need it. Maybe, you know, if I was lesbian and you were single, then we could get together. But this is good to know because maybe I need to start looking for Scorpios.
I mean, this is how I've always felt like when I read horoscopes at Starbucks. They used to have like the little horoscope things from, I have cinnamon all over me, on the wall.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd like read other people's horoscopes and I was like, wait, that sounds like me too.
Sounds like, well, we're all human.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, so all of the different elements, like there's 12 zodiac signs and each of them embody different parts of either earth, water, fire, and air. And we all have a combination of earth, water, fire, and air. It's just energy. So you have a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. But the reason why we're so relational is because we balance each other.
Yeah.
And so it's so important to be able to to know how to balance yourself by adding, if you're really fiery, like I have Sagittarius and Aries, so that's a lot of fire. So like I need somebody who has a little bit more earth, a little bit more water.
My son.
You're a Scorpio, which is an earth sign.
Earth.
I need to double
See,
check
I am
that.
New Hampshire.
Hold on, yeah, crunchy granola is
Little.
Is a Scorpio
Arizona
an earth
too.
sign?
They have scorpions.
Scorpio is a water sign, which
water
makes
sign.
sense because that's why we get along. You put out my fire.
Oh, really? Well, sometimes I do.
Yeah, you do. Like when I
Yeah.
told you I wanted to get veneers and you were like,
I said you have beautiful teeth and you shouldn't touch your teeth. You have perfect teeth.
thanks. Oh, another time you put out my fire was when I wanted to decorate my whole kitchen in little mini shells with a glue gun.
Oh yeah.
And you told me that it was
And your whole mantle.
yes.
But you would think that I would be like totally down, but then I'm like helped. But also like I talked you off a cliff. You were like waiting for someone to call you.
Which time? Oh, that was like last week. That was like 2 days ago. And by the way, I ended up texting them
Oh, you did?
late night, and it was not the move.
I didn't want to line it up just in case he watches Live Beautifully.
It's fine. I don't think he watches
A
Live
couple
Beautiful.
months
He
ago.
might.
He might be our top subscriber. Wait, so you texted him?
I texted him, and it was a typical Aries preemptive, like I jumped the gun, and it was just too. And it was like he didn't text me during that time, and you were exactly right. It was because it was like during Yom Kippur, and he was having a technology fast. But you know what? He could have given me the heads up. I don't know. It's all energy. I feel like if it feels off, then you got to go with that.
Yeah.
Like I've never questioned anything with you. You know, I feel like with people.
Yeah.
If you have more questions than answers, then you don't have to take it personally, but you might not be an energetic match, friendship or romantic, however.
We're like a funny pair, actually.
We are. Because you're so funny because you're so aloof. Like she brings me to these events and I'm like, that person is so famous. And she's like, I don't know who that is. And I'm like,
I don't know if that's
Oprah.
I'm from New Hampshire. Like, I don't know.
No, you just like, I feel like you're really good at treating everybody the same with kindness. And like, you can be among like the most, like somebody that I'm starstruck by. And I'm like, oh my God, you know that person? And you'll be like, yeah, like.
I can just,
whatever.
If they're a nice person, then that's who they are. But I do this thing where I go up to someone and I'm like, oh, I did this to Kim Kardashian. And I was like, you look familiar. We've met before. And she was like, in Valet, and she's like, I don't think so. And then
you're like, oh, I can't put my finger on it. Are you the most famous person on the planet? It's like you're like,
I never watched the Kardashians, but then I came to, and then
yeah.
Okay, you have to go pick up Remy from school.
Oh yeah, I have to
cheers.
pick up my child. Cheers.
I feel like we might need straws so we don't get like things in our teeth.
So good.
Good.
The perfect balance of like fiery and watery. Well, it's not watery, but you know what I mean?
There's a little sparkling water. Oh, I forgot to put agave. It actually doesn't need any more sweetness though. I feel like it looks like a garden.
It does. Here's your little New Hampshire. This is like a good combination of all the things that represent you. A little messy, a little sweet, but looks good.
We should do the thing next time where then we light it on fire for your fire sign.
I think we need something.
This
alcohol. That's what we need.
I'll do champagne.
Yeah, we can light something else on fire. It doesn't have to be our drink.
Huggy Wuggy?
Yes, please.
Who's Huggy Wuggy? Okay.
So good.
Make sure you subscribe. Can't wait to see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
I love you. Thanks for coming over. Okay.
Okay.
See you in the pickup line.
Yeah.